berth, deep in the heart of the postseason now, and there are only 16 teams left standing in the UIL Division I playoffs, and after this weekend there will only be 8 teams remaining out of the original field of 64. Tonight it's the number 21 Northshore Mustangs coming into this regional round matchup carrying a 9-3 overall record and a championship out of 21-6A, and they are currently on an 8-game winning streak. Reached this round last year before being knocked out by the eventual state runner-up Cy Ridge. They look to advance to play the winner between Lamar and Dickinson next week in the state quarterfinals. But they do have to get through their opponent, the Cypress Falls Eagles, who come into this matchup with an overall record of 10-2. They were runner-ups in 17-6A behind Cypress Ranch, and they're carrying a lot of momentum right now. It's their first playoff berth since the 2012 season. Hello, everybody. J.W. Smith alongside Burt Brocker coming to you live tonight from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas for this showdown between these two teams. And they're both strong 6A teams. And Burt, you and I called a similar matchup last weekend when the high-powered Crosby Cougars were knocked off by Ridge Point, what I would personally say was a shocking result. And with that in mind, you have a high-powered Northshore offense coming in here, facing a team with a similar style to that Ridge Point team where they like to run the ball a lot. You have to expect the Eagles to come out tonight and have a similar game plan to Ridge Point last week.
Well, exactly. And, and Desmond Hite, what a running back he is. It's unbelievable the numbers he's put up this year. So a very, very balanced team here tonight. And, and coming out of that Cy-Fair school district, Cy-Fair, every week it's like you're in a round of playoffs. Langham Creek last year lost and then ran the table. The other team, Cy Ranch, went to the state championship. It's just an unbelievable district, 11 schools over there. So every week, when you go out, you're going to battle. But North Shore's been in the same deal. They start out the year, Westfield, Manville, Cedar Ridge. That was the 0-3 start they have. So their record is very, very deceiving. They went out, they played some non-district, some of the best teams. Unfortunately for them, they didn't win those games, but I tell you what it did. They were close in every one of them, and it builds character because as you get here, it's one and done. You lose today, you go home.
Well, that's exactly right. North Shore came in and, like you said, had that terrible start, but they played these teams that are powerhouses around the area, and it really got them ready for the heart of their district. And they went 6-0 in district and won that district. And now they've scored 52 points in consecutive playoff games. And that's something that if you're Coach John Kay, you're going to be saying, all right, we're out here, we're ready to go with 52 points a game, playing a team in Cypress Falls. You got to have confidence coming into this game.
Well, we're only a handful of minutes away from kickoff, so our opinions will become reality here shortly. Looking forward to you, JW. What a phenomenal year. I'm Burt Brocker, actually owner of Texan Live, and having an opportunity to also on Fox Sports Southwest every Friday night. This will be our 13th show this year, and we've brought you some of the best high school football from all over the state of Texas. And we'll go to break here and take a break with them as we get ready for our national anthem.
Well, it looks like they're actually not ready to do the national anthem yet, so we're going to continue a little bit with some pregame talk. Sure, Burt, I was doing the research. You got Micaiah Long, who's committed to Kansas, and you got Eric Monroe, the safety, committed to LSU. Both of those players, 3 stars and 4 stars respectively. Micaiah Long's having a heck of a year.
Yes, he is, and he's a dual threat type quarterback. So, what a player he is.
He's their leading rusher. He has 22 touchdowns on the ground, another 16 through the air, and only 7 interceptions. And I honestly believe if Cypress Falls can slow down Micaiah Long, they're going to have a chance to win this game because he is their primary offensive threat and weapon.
Well, and you look at it as a defensive coordinator, you got to have a game plan coming in, and without doubt, anybody that's looking at North Shore, that's what you're going to look at. You're going to look at the guy, who is the guy on the team that can hurt us the most if we don't control him. So naturally, first thing they got to do is figure out how to shut him down here.
Well, it's with the players that they have. They've got Trey Baldwin, 3-star commit out of going to Mizzou next year on the Cy Falls side. So he's their outside linebacker. You're going to expect him to be keying. They're going to definitely have a spy on him, and you probably want to put your best athletes on defense to be spying a dual threat quarterback like Long. But he has weapons also on the ground. He's got Tyler Bordeaux, who has 5 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.4 yards a carry. And just everybody on that side of the ball, on the North Shore side of the ball, on offense, is an athlete.
Yeah, so, we saw that last year with Katy. You know, Derek King, the weapon out of Manville, and they put King in a situation that he wasn't used to. They spied on him, and that game's later tonight, and a good one it's going to be, Straight Jesuit against Manville, to take on the winner of Katy here next Friday night. So here comes on North Shore right now. And like I said, North Shore has for the state championship, and that's the other thing that we haven't talked about yet. The state championship is right here. All of these kids are getting an opportunity this year to play here in a bigger way. So what a great feeling it has to be looking up here, knowing that on Sunday, this is where the Houston Texans play.
That's exactly right. I know I get excited when I come into this building, and I know it's got to be just as exciting for these kids out here. And it looks like now we're about to get ready for the national anthem, so we're going to take a quick break and go to that.
Here is the Cy Falls band playing our national anthem.
And that was the Cypress Falls band playing the national anthem as we're getting set to get underway here at NRG Stadium. Cypress Falls and North Shore coming your way. Bert, the Cypress Falls Eagles, we've been talking a lot about North Shore, but the Golden Eagles from Cypress Falls, they have a couple of guys that have roughly 1,200 yards on the ground this year and almost 20 touchdowns between them, almost 40 touchdowns combined.
Yeah, Rossellini there, 19 touchdowns, 3 picks on the year, 1,377 yards. And then you got Desmond Height. You heard me talk about him earlier. 1,225 yards, and I believe 18 touchdowns on the year. And then their other running back, Shannon Vaughns, has 14 touchdowns and 1,296 yards. So what a dual threat they have. And, you know, and that's what it's all about. And they're down here on, you know, right there in the middle of the big Texan. And they'll do the coin toss there, determine who the winner is, and whether they'll defer or take the ball here. Let's see what goes on down there.
Number 17, Casey Rosalini. Number 40, Ozzy Lillard. And number 67, Orlando Cruz. North Shore has won the toss and has deferred to the second half.
Well, there you have it. North Shore won the toss. They defer. So Cy Falls will get the ball right off the bat here.
So Cy Falls is going to be trying to do the damage first as Casey Rossellini is going to be leading his offense out, and you're going to expect them to try to continue the possession and keep the offense of off the field as they've shown that they can put up a lot of. Cy Falls also has put up a lot of points. They scored 72 against Nimitz back in the first round of the playoffs, and last week against Bel Air they scored 42. So both of the teams have the offensive power to be able to advance in this postseason. and it's going to be interesting to see which team can come out on top tonight.
Yes, it is, and like you said, we're just a few minutes away from the kickoff here. Officiating crew breaks. Referee on a dead sprint down to the end zone. Looking forward to an exciting game here today.
So here comes the kicking team for Northshore.
Between the Mustangs of Northshore.
And Cypress Falls will be receiving it to start the game.
We appreciate you being here and hope you
Division I talent on both sides of the balls. Micaiah Long, as I stated earlier, 3-star recruit going to Kansas. He committed earlier this year back in August. And Eric Monroe, their safety, who you will see out on the field here to start the game. Committed to LSU. He's a 4-star player in the top 6. He's ranked number 64, ESPN's 300.
Yep, and Cy Falls here will put Height and Pollard back here to return this kick right here.
So Jordan Pollard and Desmond Height back deep, standing on the 10-yard line. And we're getting set to get this regional matchup underway here at NRG Stadium, and it's a high kick. Trying to keep it short. It's going to be fielded at the 31-yard line, and corralling the return man is the kickoff team for North Shore, and no return. So they're going to get it at good field position, 32-yard lines where they'll mark it. And here comes the offense for Cy Falls. Rossellini, 90 completions, 164 attempts, 1,377 yards, 19 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And then you have Desmond Height, like we were talking about earlier, with 1,225 yards on the ground on 116 carries. He's averaging 10.5 yards a carry, and Shannon Vaughn's not too far behind him with 9 yards a carry. So here we go. Under center is Rossellini, the first play. Handoff coming to the near side. And it's going to be down to the 31. Stiff arm there by Vaughns, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds, but a gain of 6 yards on their first offensive possession.
Yep, and that was a nice job right there defensively of just stretching that play out, using that out-of-bounds marker there, even though he did manage to pick up almost 5 yards there.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Golden Eagles of Cypress Falls here. Rossellini in the huddle. That's something we don't see a lot of, is going into a huddle these days. A lot of it's just calling from the sidelines.
Yeah, but when you're wanting to slow the game down, you want to do that.
It's true. Handoff. It's going to go to Height. Height's going to take it towards the far side. There's a flag on the play, but he gets down to the 45-yard line and out at the 49 before being forced out of bounds. And
yeah, but that was actually Shannon Vaughn's, the dual threat there. That was actually Vaughn's. Let's see what this is. Let's see if it was offsides or if they'll be coming back here. Looks like the line judge is pointing the other way. They'll decline that and take the 12-yard gain there. Ball going to be placed down right there at the 49-yard line. But, you know, Vaughn's did a nice job of bouncing outside there, picking up the edge, and then showing his speed and showing why he has the yardage he has this year.
So offsides on the defense is going to be declined. It's going to be a first down for the Golden Eagles. And they're on the move almost to the 50-yard line. Ball at the 49 on the far hash.
12 yards on that carry by Vaughns.
So Vaughns gets 12 yards and a first down. And like you said, they're just going to try to control the clock, run it down as much as they can, because they know they can score. 2 receivers to the near side. Ball is going to be handed off to Vaughns, who's taking up the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles down to the 40, to the 35-yard line, drags a man, and he's down at the 36. Very good run there by Vaughns.
Hard run downhill right there. Dever was on the tackle there. I apologize. Dever's the name, not Dever. Nice job by him, though, saving a touchdown. He don't make that tackle. Vaughn's is in the end zone.
So Vaughn's showing why he has those 1,296 yards coming into tonight. 9 yards a carry. Under center is Rossellini. Dropping back to pass now. Tossing deep over the middle of the field. He's got a man that's under coverage, and it's overthrown just out of reach.
Yeah, but Eric Monroe was running step for step there. Nice defensive cover there. That was the first pass attempt we've seen today.
That was Brent Hertel, who was targeted by Rossellini. He's got 10 catches on the year. And outside of their running backs, he's their leading receiver. Now breaking the huddles, Rossellini. 56% completion rating this year. So hasn't played too terrible at all. He's going to fake the handoff, dropping back to pass, tossing towards the left side of the field. It's going to be caught on the near side at the 15-yard line and forced out at the 11. First down inside the red zone for Cypress Falls.
Well, Cypress Falls is already reaching into the trick back there. He pitches that ball to his running back, then he throws it back to him. So what a play that was right there. And he actually had a man running wide open downfield, but ton of pressure up the middle there, but what a catch right there.
A little bit of flea flicker action here to get Northshore off their game plan a little bit, kind of keeping them on their toes. I do like the call by Coach Eaton. Under center's Rossellini, waiting for it, dropping back. Here comes the handoff. It's going to be to Anderson. Anderson taking up the middle. He's going to be brought down for a short gain. That was Christian Anderson on the carry.
Well, you've seen it all night so far. Cypress Falls is running a bunch type offense right here. They're just putting helmet on helmet, but that was a nice job right there defensively. And now you've got the extra man in there. Defense can get up in the box here because you got the back of the end zone that becomes an extra person for you.
So let's see how their offense runs inside the red zone. Under center's Rossellini. He's going to hand the ball off to Hyde. He's going to take it towards the far side, gain about 6, maybe 5 yards on the play. He's brought down at the 6. And it's going to be third down. And call it 3.5, maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, but that just shows Hyde's ability right there. 2 steps to the outside, realized he wasn't going to get the edge, cut back upfield there, picked up right at 4, brings up a third down and 4. And this is a big down for both teams. What I was noticing, play clock went all the way down under 5 on 3 of the 4 last snaps. And that right there is what takes the clock down, as this is a possession drive here. You don't see that much in today's high school football anymore.
Under center, here comes a snap, and it's going to be offsides against the defense. Well, they're blowing it dead. It looked like encroachment.
Well, looks like Cypress Falls is clapping, so that will give them a first down, I believe. It's a 5-yard penalty.
So Rossellini gets them with the hard count. It's going to be first and goal possibly here, depending on what the call is, but you saw what I saw. It looked like it was on the defense. I didn't see any offensive linemen jump.
So this is one of those scenarios that it would normally give you a first down, but because it's half the distance to the goal, it's still 3rd and 1. I've never quite understood that rule, but you know, it is what it is. It's like if it's 3rd and 4 and it's a 5-yard penalty, it should be a first down.
It is a very interesting situation there, and now it's 3rd and 1. Under center's Rossellini. You got to expect a run up the middle. He's going to keep it himself, look like.
Yep.
Falling forward, and he gets the first down. With the way they ran that play, I lost Rossellini in the
and I don't know how you do that. He's 6'2", 200. He's a big quarterback.
So now it's first and goal. Ball on the 1.5-yard line, right in the middle of the field. And Cypress Falls threatening to score here with 9:22 to go in the first quarter. Rossellini takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off towards the near side, and then running into the end zone is Hyde, taking it for a touchdown, and the Golden Eagles are on the board first.
Well, I was curious to see how Northshore would handle this running attack, and so far they don't really have an answer for it. What a nice job right there. More importantly, taking time off the clock right there and going down and getting the touchdown.
So they get to the ball, they get into the end zone with 9:13 to go, and now they're going to go with a swinging gate formations just to see if they can get a look they like. And now they're going to set up for the extra point. And the kick is up and through the uprights. And you've got a 7-0 score. Cypress Falls leading Northshore, 9:13 to go in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back here live from NRG Stadium, 9:13 to go in the first quarter. Cypress Falls has taken a 7-0 lead over Northshore. And Bert, what can you really talk about with that drive? It was really impressive.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, they just did what, Desmond Height, Vaughns, just move the ball downfield, little counter trace, and then a little bit of a flea flicker there, and it had man wide open down the seam. Too much pressure up front, but still nice connection, gained 24 yards on it. So, you see an offense is working, and you're going to basically get up there in the box, and then that was the reason they had the pressure they had. But that was just a great drive for Cy Falls.
So now it's going to be North Shore's turn as that kick is going to be high and short, going to fall down at the 30-yard line and go out of bounds, and there will be a flag on that one. But Cypress Falls goes on a 9-play, 68-yard drive and eats 2:47 off the clock. Desmond Height gets the 1-yard touchdown run. And now North Shore is going to try to respond. And North Shore is going to get the ball after the penalty from the kick out of bounds in good field position. They're going to actually take the ball at the 36-yard line.
Yep, ball went out at the 31, so they'll add 5 to it. That's the rule. And they'll get the ball right there at the 36. So
here,
nice job right there by Jalen Thomas, because that ball he wasn't sure. He wanted to wait, but it did bounce out of bounds, so nice job by him.
Kyle Long dropping back, looking towards the far side of the field. It's in and out of the hands of his wide receiver, and it's dropped. And that's number 2, Tremaine Robbins. And he was wide open. He had a lot of room to run had he made that catch.
Yeah, it looked like if he caught that, he could have broke right through the seam there and potentially maybe been gone. And I think he may have seen that open field in front of him too. And for that reason, bobbled that ball a little bit.
Long, he's got 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. He's going to hand the ball off to his running back, taking it towards the far side, breaking it down to the 41-yard line, to the 42 before he's brought down.
Ball came out, but they're going to say he was on the ground. But he took a big shot right there.
That was Carl Gulry on the carry. 6 feet tall, 195 pounds, a senior. He's their second leading rusher with 47 rushes coming into this season, or into this game, sorry. In the gun, he puts him in motion. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Gulry again. He's going to take it up the middle, but it's going to be blown dead as there's a flag on the play.
Looked like going to be a false start there.
Waiting for the official call, but that's what it's going to be. It's a false start against North Shore, so they're going to be backed up. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 now. And this isn't the kind of start you want to have if you're North Shore playing a team that likes to eat the clock on you. Long will break the huddle, go to the line. He's got trips to the near side. Ball at the 37-yard line. Man goes in motion out of the backfield. He's by himself now. Drops back, tosses to the left side. That caught at the 40 down. And being tripped up is Gulry again.
Yeah, but he kind of tackled himself there. Be curious to see what they do here. It looks like they've made their decision. They're going to send their punt unit on.
Gulry just short. It's 4th and 2. And as you said, the punt unit is out. And back deep to return the ball is Desmond Height for the Golden Eagles.
Cuevas here has to field a low snap there. Gets off a good punt.
It's going to fall just short, and it's going to bounce off of a North Shore player, it looked like, but it's going to roll down to the 3 to the 2-yard line. And Cypress Falls has to go the distance when they jump onto the field here.
Yeah, and I'm like you. I thought that hit, but I think that was just overspin on it there.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10. Ball actually marked about the 2.5-yard line, but they're standing on the 2. It's a weird angle from where we're sitting, so it looked like the 2.5, but looking at the sideline official, it is on the 2, so 1st and 10, Golden Eagles. Here comes Casey Rosalini in that offense. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with their backs against the wall here. Here comes the handoff. It's going up the middle. Breaking the first tackle is Vaughns, and he's going to get 6 yards on the play. Correction, 5 yards down to the 7-yard line.
That was just a straight up the middle, right on the right side of the center there. And nice job by the big guys up front, opening up a lane there for Vaughns to manage to pick up
and this
5 yards.
In the Cypress Falls offense, this is the kind of thing you don't want to face if you're Northshore, is a team that can really run the ball efficiently, because it keeps your offense on the sidelines. Man in motion. Second down. Here comes the pitch to the near side. It's going to be taken to the 10, out to the 12-yard line before he's forced out of bounds, and that's going to be just enough for a first down. Cypress Falls on the move.
He's forced out of bounds by number 24.
Big hit there, but it kind of just bounced off of Desmond Height, taking it towards the near side.
First down, Eagles.
Breaking the huddle now. As I stated earlier, this is Cypress Falls' first playoff appearance since 2012 in the I formation now. And the ball off up the middle.
Yep. Not much there for Cy Falls. Just looks like Height's going to pick up about 2 there.
So second down and 8. .6:24 on the clock, 7-0 still the score, as the Eagles are just burning the clock on Northshore. Now men going in motion. 2 running backs in the backfield. Comes the handoff up the middle. Lots of room to run, but he gets tripped up at the 21-yard line. And Vaughn's moving the ball close to a first down, but they're still a little short.
Well, this is where you're Northshore. You got to find some way to put a helmet on everybody and make sure you find some way to stop them here. Right now, Cy Falls is basically on offense, had at will what they want. So they run bunch formation again.
So 3rd and 2 for Cy Falls. Here comes the handoff. It's going to go to, looks like it's going to be Height taken towards the far side on the option. But he's not going to get anything. It's going to be 4th down.
Cameron Brown there just managed to plug that thing all up and then got some help from several, but did a nice job there, knifing through and getting a helmet on him, about a yard in the backfield. So, well, that's what they were looking for. They needed some kind of stop there, and just like that, Northshore gets it.
Casey Rossellini's their punter as well. So that's an interesting wrinkle to their special teams. He can throw the ball on a fake if he'd like, and you know that he can. So here comes a timeout. It's going to be Cy Falls taking the timeout. So we're going to take a quick timeout. Your score here, 7-0, 5 minutes to go on the clock. We'll be right back.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Back here live from NRG Stadium. It's 4th down and 2, and it looks like Cy Falls is going to punt here. And that defense for Northshore really stood up to that running attack in Cy Falls' second drive of the game.
Yeah, they did. It's like you said, when your quarterback is your punter, there's still a lot of options back there.
So here's a low snap. It's off the ground now, picked up and kicked, and it's a low kick, end over end. It's going to go out of bounds at the 46-yard line. No, they're going to mark it out at the 43. So Northshore getting the ball in really good field position here.
Yeah, they are, and that's where the offense has got to look over and pat the defense on the head as they're coming off the field. Nice job there by Northshore's defense. Longs needs to settle down here, figure out what his game plan is. First possession, though, Eagles defense just looked unbelievable. They shut them down.
So So ball is on the 43-yard line inside Golden Eagles territory. Mekhi Long breaking the huddle. And they'll go 2 wide receivers, one to the near side, one to the far side. He's going to fake the handoff, drops back to pass, tossing deep down the left side of the field. He's got a man down on that side, and it's going to be in and out of the hands. Good defense for the Cypress Falls defender.
That was actually great defense right there. Once again, running step for step there with him and breaking that pass up.
So Ralph Davis was the intended target. He has 2 touchdowns coming into tonight. But it was a good pass by Long, but like you said, the defender was right on top of it. They'll go again, same formation. Tossing towards the left side of the field in the hands of Davis again, taking it towards the far side. He's got to the 30, the 25, 20. He might go to the 15, 10, and he's out of bounds. And they'll mark him out at the 11-yard line.
Nice job there making first man miss, and when you do that, a lot of open field.
In the hurry up now, 1st and 10, ball at the 11-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off, coming towards the near side to the 5, and a touchdown untouched. Touchdown for Northshore. And that's Tyler Bordeaux on his first carry of the day.
And once again, the big man right up front right there just absolutely blew it up. And, I mean, there was nothing there.
He just walked in untouched on that end around that he was coming on. And now it's going to be a tie ball game pinning the extra point here with 4:33 to go here in the first quarter. That kick is up and through the uprights. And we are tied here at NRG, 4:33 to go in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie.
And we're proud to announce that TexanDrive.com is a presenting sponsor of the Humble Rodeo.
And we have the entertainment lineup.
On February 5th, the barbecue will kick off with Shane Barnhill.
And on Saturday night, February 6th, John Slaughter, David Joel, and Abigail Taylor.
And the rodeo kicks off on Friday night, February 12th with Randy Rogers.
Closing out Saturday, February 13th is Cody Johnson. And don't forget, you can get your tickets at the dealerships Texan GMC Buick or Texan Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram.
And we're located at 59 in Will Clayton. Or you can go to TexanDrive.com.
We treat you
Four
better.
play, 43-yard drive for Northshore, starting inside their own territory. And they are tied with Cy Falls here with 4:33 to go in the first quarter. And Bert, that drive from Northshore is what you would have expected to see from their offense.
Yeah, it was. And, and that's the deal. You expected them to be able to stretch the ball. But more importantly, Mekhi Long's got a great arm, and he did a nice job there finding couple open receivers here. Here goes the new way of kicking off, the pooch kick.
Yeah, nobody really wants to kick deep to those return men now because they have such good athletes at this point in the playoffs. And it's a high pooch kick down, and it's going to be dropped at the 30-yard line, but it's going to go out of bounds. And that could have been
a disaster.
A disaster, exactly. And we've seen that happen last week with that Northshore game, or not. I'm sorry, the Ridgepoint Crosby game.
Well, the kick is so high.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch that ball was it's spinning like crazy. So, they've got it down to a science. They really do. And in that case, best case scenario is it's going to be fielded around the 30. If the ball bounces off and you recover it, then you've got great field position. So these coaches know what they're doing. It's just so untraditional, but it's the new wave of kicking off.
Well, it's also it almost makes your odds better to get the ball back than doing an onside kick because those guys back there, they're blockers. They're not good with their hands. So I do like the new style, as you said, of kicking off. Under center, Rossellini's going to hand the ball off. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss of some yardage there. And that was number 22, Jalen Scott, on the carry. Making first contact back there.
Yeah, Josh Aventis there just absolutely blew that play up in the backfield right there. Nice job. Great pursuit there by the Northshore defense.
So Northshore gets a stop, and it's 2nd down and 11 for the Golden Eagles. Rossellini in the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. They got to get a little bit faster here.
No, this is right on cue. They're going to take it down to about 3.
Here comes the snap, coming towards the near side, hands the ball off, finding a hole, and gaining 4 yards is Desmond Height.
Number 40, Campbell, there on the tackle for Northshore.
This Northshore defense really starting to figure out the running attack of the Golden Eagles. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7 here, ball on the 33-yard line. Under center, here comes the handoff, fakes the give, drops back to pass, tosses into his tight end, and it's in and out of the hands of Jalen Scott, who was out there by himself, just sailed a little over his hands.
Yeah, and that's one of those throws when there's absolutely nobody around him. You have a tendency to just kind of throw a little softer instead of just throw the ball. And in that case, it sailed on him a little bit, but he had a blocker out in front and one man to beat. That was a play very easily could have went the distance had he connected there on that, but it would have been almost for sure 1st down.
So 4th down, and the Golden Eagles are getting set to punt.
Nichols back here to return this punt.
Nichols standing at the 40-yard line now. He's going to have to take off running as that's a low line drive punt that's going to be fielded right around the 14-yard line is where to roll out. So good punt there for Rossellini, who really did a net punt. That's a
but that was a nice job of fielding it.
Yeah.
That was one of those deals. He's had 2 punts now, and both of them have bounced to him, but Rossellini did a nice job there of fielding that ball cleanly and then booming it there. So 53-yard punt.
So here comes Micaiah Long and that strong North Shore offense. They're scoring 52 points a game in the playoffs. Thus far, has only been held to 7 here in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers to the far side to the near ball on the 15-yard line, tossing towards the far side and caught, but corralled before being tackled. Looks like that's number 2. Jermaine Robbins making the catch.
Nick McKnight out there on the tackle and a host of others, but nice job there of using the field to turn him back in there.
Handing the ball off up the middle. Almost a 1st down for North Shore. And that's Golry again. He's been their go-to guy on the ground thus far tonight.
It looked like where they're going to mark it, they're going to give him the 1st down. So that was just power running right there, north and south, and turning those legs.
1st and 10 now, 2:15 to go. Clock continuing to run. Ball on the 25-yard line. As Long breaks the huddle. Golry in the backfield still with his quarterback. And that's going to be a handoff to Golry on the far side. He makes the cut down to the 30, and he's tripped up. Only one man to beat there, and he could have been gone, but it's a 6-yard gain nonetheless.
Yes, it was, and that was definitely a saving touchdown tackle right there. Looks like he got just a little bit of the shoestring right there.
So trips to the near side this time. 2nd down and 4, ball on the 31-yard line.
Cy Falls band getting into it down there, making some noise.
Drops back, tosses over the middle. He's got a man at the 40-yard line being brought down. And that was Eric Monroe on the catch. I don't have him listed as one of my wide receivers, but he's out there at wide receiver now. He stayed out there. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, Baldwin did a nice job there. He's coming back across open field right there, and Baldwin did a nice job making a solid open field tackle there.
Here comes the snap. Puts a man in motion. Hands the ball off up the middle is Golry again, and he's going to go down to the 49-yard line before he's brought down, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 here.
Well, you see why you want to keep the North Shore offense over there on the bench.
Going with the hard count, now looking towards the sidelines as we're at 44 seconds. On the clock, continuing to run. 22 seconds on the play clock, so plenty of time for Long to get the play off. Calls an audible at the line. 2 wide receivers at the far side, 1 to the near. Here comes the handoff, trying to find somewhere to run his Golry, but he's not going anywhere. It's going to be 3rd down after the loss.
Wilhite there on a big stop and a host of other people, but he actually going to lose about a yard there. So, here we go again. This is a big defensive play right here.
So 3rd and 2, but there's only 8 seconds on the play clock. They're going to try it. It looks like they're going to try to get it off. And it's going to be a keeper going up the middle as Long trying to find somewhere to run, but nowhere to go. It's going to be fourth down. They're stopped him. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with that play. So your score here from NRG is 7-7. And we're going to the second quarter. When we come back, it'll be fourth down and 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're listening to or watching TexanLive.com.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate, it's hassle-free. It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
America's best-selling brand now offers friends and neighbors pricing to everyone on all Ford vehicles, but only for a limited time at your participating Texas Ford dealer.
First quarter in the books, 12 minutes on the clock for the second quarter. Your score 7-7 here at NRG Stadium. Cy Falls and Northshore knotted up. Northshore has a 4th and 3 here, and it looks like they're about to punt the ball.
And if I was the Eagles, I would be a little cautious here.
So here comes the potential punt. I would be expecting a fake here, and they're going to shift around.
Yep. Coach out here on the field.
Here comes the snap. It's a good snap. The punt is up. A good spiraling kick. Going to fall down at the 20-yard line and take a good bounce for Northshore. And it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line.
Probably saved himself, but if you're an Eagle fan, that probably cost Northshore 5 yards because they had a host of folks around the ball there. But either way, when you're starting out at the 9-yard line, you've done what you're supposed to do as a punter.
So Cy Falls now taking the field on the 9 here to start this drive. Both teams pretty close on total yards, 87 for Cy Falls, 89 for Northshore, so the score reflects the stats. Tie ball game. Under center is Rossellini, as he has most of the evening. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to the first man, and that's going to be Vaughn. He's going to be corralled at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Dever was in there on another tackle, though. Nice job by him and chasing.
So 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 9-yard line for Cy Falls. Cy Falls on a 4-game winning streak, including the 2 playoff wins. Here comes the snap under center, handing the ball off up the middle.
He may go the distance. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. And Vaughns is going to score. That is the high-powered running game. That's why both of these backs have over 1,200 yards. Just like that. 2nd down and 10. Let's go. 90 yards later.
Comes the snap under center. What a run by Shannon Vaughns, who took it 91 yards from the 9-yard line inside their own territory. Just broke right through that Northshore defense and took it the distance all the way down. Nobody was even close, Bert.
Nope. They didn't take a lot of clock there, but they did what they wanted to do. They scored a touchdown. Low snap here.
Up and through, though, so your score here from NRG, 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter, 14-7. Cy Falls is taking the lead. We'll be right back. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie.
And we're proud to announce that TexanDrive.com is a presenting sponsor of the Humble Rodeo.
And we have the entertainment lineup.
On February 5th, the barbecue will kick off with Shane Barnhill.
And on Saturday night, February 6th, John Slaughter, David Joel, and Abigail Taylor.
And the rodeo kicks off on Friday night, February 12th with Randy Rogers.
Closing out Saturday, February 13th is Cody Johnson. And don't forget, you can get your tickets at the dealerships Texan GMC Buick or Texan Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram.
And we're located at 59 in Will Clayton. or you can go to TexanDrive.com.
We treat you better.
14-7 the score after the 91-yard touchdown run by Shannon Vaughns, who took it all the way from inside their own territory.
Big Star Ford scoring drive there. Vaughns already has 6 carries, 127 yards, and we're barely into the second quarter here.
That's video game numbers right there. That's the kind of stuff you don't see that.
Oh, wait, 91 of them was on the last carry.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But still, what a first half he's having.
So here comes the kickoff. And Northshore is going to have to respond here with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Here's the kick. It's going to be a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
So that's actually going to put the ball, looks like they're going to mark it to 33. Well, where are we going to be at? 34 maybe. So that would mean you'd get the ball on the 39-yard line. That's the downside. The pooch kick's a fun thing to watch if you want to see people scrambling. but if it goes out of bounds, then you add 5 to it. So let's see where they're going to mark this down. I think it's going to be right around the 39-yard line.
Oh, here comes that offense, but like you said, with that pooch kick, that's the danger is the out-of-bounds kick. But with the kind of return men that they have, it's almost more beneficial to not risk it and take the ball at the 39-yard line. So Micaiah Long, he's got 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, and a running back in the backfield with him. They put a man in motion. Here comes a fake jet sweep. He's going to take it himself up the middle. Lots of room to run down to the 50-yard line to the 40 before he's brought down. And they're going to mark him down right at the 40-yard line.
But that's exciting that we've talked about with Long. He was almost gone there. Nice job, though, by backside pursuit there, not allowing a touchdown. That was number 3, Pollard again.
5 wide receiver set this time for Long. 1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line inside Cypress Falls territory. Here comes the snap, dropping back to pass, steps up, looks over the middle, and it's going to be picked off at the 33-yard line by the defense. Here comes the return, down to the 50,
some blockers out in
to
front.
the 40, to the 30, 25, 20,
He's gonna
makes
come
the
back
cut
across
to the
field.
15, 10, 5, touchdown. Golden Eagles, and that's a pick 6.
And that was Pollard. Pollard saved the touchdown going the other direction, picks the ball off and runs it back for a touchdown. So, wow. What 2 plays and how big was that for him right there? And saves the touchdown, makes a touchdown.
Just like that, the Golden Eagles have taken a 20-7 lead over this highly rated Northshore team. And those kind of mistakes will pile up on you. What a great cut there by Pollard to get into the end zone. Here comes the extra point, the snap, the hold is down, the kick is up and through the uprights. Your score here at NRG Stadium. Cypress Falls 21, Northshore 7, 10-13 to go here in the first half. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching TexanLive.com.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid. But sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Iron Man Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Pollard taking the pick 6 down for the Golden Eagles to take a 21-7 score here with 10-13 to go in the first half. Bert, that is the kind of mistake you cannot be making if you're Micaiah Long in this Northshore offense.
No, and that's just the ball. He had pressure up front and just was hit right in the jaw there.
Fair catch called for at the 34-yard line, and it's going to be caught. So Northshore will take the ball there.
Well, momentum's had some big swings. Cypress Falls takes the ball, goes downfield, scores a touchdown, takes some time off the clock. Offensively looks really good. Northshore gets the ball, stopped on their first possession, then takes, and they go score. Looked like Northshore was starting to take control, but just like that, Cypress Falls gets 14 unanswered points, and they're up 21-7, and right now they're looking good. So be curious to see how Long settles his offense down here and see what takes place here on this possession right here.
3 wide receivers out on the field, 2 to the near, to 1 to the far. He's going to hand the ball off to Golry. He's going to take it up the middle off the tackle, but nothing doing there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 after no gain. And Bird, it's plays like that, pick 6, that will really turn the tide for a team like Cy Falls.
Yep, and Jaquan Moore there did a nice job there just bottling that up, and they were going to give him 1. I really don't think he gained any there. We're going to call it 2nd down and 10.
Dropping back to passes long. He's got a lot of room to run, so he takes off up the middle down to the 45-yard line and brought down at the 47 for a 1st down. Good run there by Long.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Long. I was curious to see what he would do here. He knows, you talked about it before the game, how many yards and how many touchdowns he had. Be curious to see if he doesn't try to put this drive on his shoulders and go down and get him another touchdown, 17 for the year.
Trips, almost a trips formation to the far side, but the last man down there is lined up, and it's going to be a running play. Up the middle is going to be Golry, who's going to take it to the 49-yard line before being brought down. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7 here.
The defense there for Cy Falls has done a nice job of stringing those plays along. Those little sweep plays normally work well when you got 3 guys out there kind of lined up as receivers, but so far, Cy Falls has done a nice job of turning them back into the middle of the field where their pursuit is.
Ball on the 49-yard line, 2nd down. Long dropping back to pass, stepping up. He's got a lot of time now. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, taking up the middle now. Nobody open downfield, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He gets to the 50, but not much to gain there.
No, it wasn't.
And he had a lot of time, Bert. That's just really good defense on the Cy Falls side.
Yep, Ajama there did a nice job kind of spying. It looked like the linebackers just kind of sitting back in that neutral and just waiting. And then when Long took off, they were right there to tackle him.
3rd down and 7 here. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Man goes in motion. Now Long's in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself, running up the middle, the 50 to the 45, down to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. And it's a 1st down there for Long. And that's what he's trying to do, it looks like, put the ball or put the game on his shoulders on this drive.
Yeah, but Nick McKnight did a nice job there because, once again, if McKnight don't make that tackle, Long's in the end zone.
Long puts his tight end in motion and puts him back. Here comes the handoff to Golry, who's going to take it up the middle for a gain of 1, stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And here comes a timeout, so we're going to take a quick timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching TexanLive.com.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com.
21-7 the score, 7:33 to go here in the first half. It's 2nd down and 9 for the Northshore Mustangs as they've been driving the ball. Mackay Long in the gun. He's going to keep it himself. Correction, that's going to be Mayde who's going to take it on the far side, be brought up and wrapped up in the backfield. And that's
Jaquan Moore there with a nice open field tackle right there for about a 3-yard loss. Moore just does a great job there, just knifing through there. And looked like Blake Thompson was in there also, but without doubt, Moore was the one that jammed that play up there in the backfield. Now we got a 3rd and 11.
So Beatty continues to stay on the field. Here comes the snap, trips to the near side, dropping back to pass, tossing over the middle. It's going to be a very good defensive play as it hits the wide receiver in the hands, but the defender was right on top of it and it was dropped. And it's 4th down and 11 or 12 here. So with it being 4th and 12, they're going to go ahead and punt. And I can't agree with this play, or this call here. No deep return man for Cy Falls. High snap, but he gets the ball away. And it's going to be down, and it's going to take a Northshore bounce, and it's going to fall back. So it's going to be fielded at the 16-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Northshore here, or sorry, correction, 1st and 10 for Cy Falls. .6:44 to go, and Cy Falls getting ready to take the field on offense. And if they score here, Bert, it's going to be a dangerous situation for Northshore, even though they are a powerful offense. If Cy Falls can get a touchdown and be up 28-7, it's going to be a tough climb. It's a tough climb for any team, let alone a team that's been struggling on offense thus far tonight.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Northshore. They're not out of any game because their offense can be deadly.
Rolling out to the nearest side is Rosalini, and he tosses it, and it's incomplete. He was just trying to get rid of the ball as he was under pressure.
And that was a nice job by him right there because there was no receiver even. I'm not even sure there was a receiver in the zip code, but he got outside of the pocket there, so it's not intentional grounding. Nice job by him of just getting rid of it.
So it's 2nd down and 10, ball at the 16-yard line. Clock is stopped after the incompletion. Now he'll go under center. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff going up the middle, and that's going to be Mayde again, who gains 4.5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 5. Ball's now at the 21-yard line.
Well, this is a big play for Northshore defense. They need a stop right here.
So under center's Rosalini. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off, coming towards the near side. Jukes one man, but not able to do anything is Vaughns, who gains 2 yards, needing 4.5, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, Dever did a nice job right there. Dever really did a nice job there, not allowing that play to get that outside edge, because once again, if Vaughn gets the edge, there was for sure a 1st down, but nice job by him of not allowing that to take place.
So now it's 4th and 2. Here comes the kicking team. Back deep. Ja'Cory Nichols, as that one's on the ground again, the low snap, but he fields it cleanly, picks it up, and it's going to be down at the 40-yard line, and it takes a bounce to the 33, and it'll be North Shore's ball after the punt.
Right now, North Shore has 135 yards of offense, 92 on the ground, 43 in the air. Cy Falls, has 162 in the air, only 24 yards of passing, 186, and they both have 7 touchdowns apiece. Right now, the big interception is the difference.
Here comes the snap. It's going to be Golry taking it towards the far side of the field, up the middle now, and makes a good cut, but he's going to be corralled after a gain of 6 yards on the play.
And that was a really nice job by him right there of cutting back up there to the middle part of the field.
So now it's going to be 2nd down and 3. Ball now spotted at the 40-yard line. 4:42 to go here in the first half. Clock continuing to run. From the gun, he's got 2 wide receivers, one to the near side, one to the far. They're trailing by 14 points here. Here comes the snap. Towards the near side is the pass. It's going to be caught at the 41-yard line before he's brought down, and that's number 6, Ralph Davis, making the catch for the first down.
And that was a nice job by Davis right there. He caught that ball. So many times you'll see a receiver want to run before he catches it, but he caught that ball away from his body, squared his shoulders back up, turned forward right there, and ran for the first down. Nice job by him.
First down, ball at the 45-yard line. Mustangs needing to do something here. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Fakes the handoff, drops back, tossing deep down the left side of the field. He's got his man at the 15-yard line, but it's overthrown. He was targeting Ralph Davis again.
And that's a ball Long maybe could have held on to a little bit longer there and let Davis get a little bit of separation, because Davis ended up, as you saw there, turned the jets on, separated himself, but ball was just a little bit overthrown there.
4:06 on the clock. Long standing in the gun. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff going up the middle.
He's gone.
He
is
the
gone.
40 to the 30. Like you said, he has gone to the 10-5. Touchdown, Northshore. Almost untouched as he walked through a giant hole from the offensive line, and that's the touchdown the Mustangs needed.
Yes, it was, and nice job by him there. There was one man around the 30-yard line, actually got a little bit of him, but a nice job of keeping his legs churning there. Showed his speed, and just like that, we got a ball game.
So here comes the Northshore kicking unit to put the extra point through the uprights and make it a 7-point game. Here comes the snap, holds down, kick is up and through the uprights. And your score here from NRG, the Cypress Falls Eagles 21, the Northshore Mustangs 14, 3:58 to go here in the first half. Don't go anywhere, you're watching TexanLive.com. Back here live from NRG Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Burt Brocker. 21-14 the score. Mustangs just scored to make it a 7-point game with 3:58 to go here in the first half.
And to summarize the Big Star Ford scoring drive there for Northshore, minute 8 off the clock, 4 plays, 67 yards. And Gilry there with a 55-yard burst straight up the middle there. New score, 21-14. We got a ball game.
And Burt, 3 of the touchdowns that we've seen, the last 3 touchdowns have been big plays that have gone for more than 40 yards. So that makes the game pretty exciting to watch, because any play can be the one.
It is. And that's the kind of talent you got on both sides of the ball here.
So here comes the kick. You're going to expect the high kick. Here it is, down to the 25-yard line. It's going to be fielded at the 22. Now bouncing off a man coming towards the near side.
Got a seam out here. Got a block.
Got the edge. Now down to the 35, to the almost to the 40, to the 44-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Boy, what a big block right there in the middle of the field to free him up. That was Pollard again, showing his speed, being able to get that edge right there, bouncing off a couple tackles. And now Cypress Falls is in great field position. Ball placed down right there at the 45, and that's where with 3:48 and plenty of timeouts, they'll take over this drive.
So Cypress Falls now having, like you said, an opportunity with great field position at the 45-yard line. Ball in the near hash. And there's going to be a jump off sides as the tight end, Chris Anderson, on the far side of the field was just a little antsy.
Well, and that's the thing that kills a coach. You're right there. You got the ball on the 45-yard line, first down, 3:48 to go in the half, 2 timeouts. And now instead of 1st and 10, you got a 1st and 15. And that just puts an offense like this that is a 4 or 5 yard offense at a time. It just puts them in a worse situation. Not saying Height and them can't break it, but you just like to see them move the ball down at 4 or 5 yards a pop.
Here comes the handoff going to Height on the far side. He breaks a couple of tackles, and now he's trying to gain some more yards. Still fighting back to the original line of scrimmage at the 45, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 here.
And right on cue, Height ran for 5 yards. So now instead of having 2nd down and 5, you've got 2nd down and 9. He actually picked up 6 there. Nice effort there, keeping his legs turning, picking up the extra yard.
And if anybody's going to be able to get those yards back, it's going to be Desmond Height, who's averaging 10.5 yards a carry. All of his 18 touchdowns coming into this evening. So 2nd down and 9, clock at 3:08. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff going up the middle to Vaughns, who's going to try to find somewhere to run. He gains a few yards down to the 49-yard line before he's brought down.
Yep, looks like he's going to be brought down right around the 49-yard line there.
Cy Falls just wanting to eat the clock here, too, because they have a 7-point lead. Try to eat some clock, go down and score right before the half.
They break the huddle here with 15 seconds on the play clock.
They're going to go with 2 wide receivers on the near side, but they're going to hand the ball off up the middle again. Vaughn's just getting corralled in the backfield and loses a yard. And now it's going to be 4th and 6.
Be curious to see what Northshore does here. Looks like they're going to burn a timeout, so I'm Bert Brocker.
J.W. Smith will be right back. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
21-14 the score, 2:12 to go here in the first half. And it's 4th down and 6. Ball's on the 49-yard line. I would expect Cy Falls to kick it away here.
Yeah, you have to. You've got to make Northshore, drive the length of the field, which we've seen on both sides. Doesn't take that long, but 2:12. Granted, the Mustangs have 2 timeouts, so plenty of time here for Long to go down and get an opportunity to tie this ball game up.
All right, here comes the snap. It's a good snap this time. Ball is kicked up high, end over end. It's going to be bouncing at the 22-yard line and going to roll to the 15 before it's picked up. So Northshore will have to go from the 15-yard line with 2:01 to go. But that doesn't really mean a whole lot to Northshore with a team that can strike as fast as they can.
No, but Rossellini, he's the starting quarterback and also the punter, did a nice job of getting a good punt off there. They're wanting to make them drive the ball 85 yards to go down and tie it up. And as you said, with Long and this offense, that's not a problem. But, now if he makes any kind of mistakes, it gives Cy Falls the ball in great field position.
Ball's on the 16. Here comes the snap for Long. He's going to be in the gun, handing the ball off, coming towards the near side is the running back. Down to the 20. Oh, and a big hit. It looked like he had a seam to fall forward, but he was brought down to the 19.
And a big hit would be an understatement right there.
And that was Tyler Bordeaux on the carry.
Yeah, Trey Baldwin absolutely lit him up there at the end of this play. And I mean, he said, hello.
That's one he's going to feel later. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff, dropping back, stepping. Now tossing
he's hit again. That ball's going to be picked off
at the 25-yard line.
Blake Thompson with the interception right there. And that was all pressure. Like I said, though, you get a good punt off, you pin them, and just like that, 2 plays later, you get a pick. So now Cy Falls has an opportunity to build separation here, make it a 2-possession ball game with 1:21 to go and 2 timeouts.
Very good defensive play there for Cy Falls, and they take over only 3 yards from the red zone with 1:21 to go here in the first half. Rossellini going to go under center here. Here comes the pressure. He's going to pitch the ball to his running back behind him, and it's going to be a handoff and taking it to the 20-yard line, being end-over-end tackle for Height. He gains 4 yards, but now they've reached the red zone.
Murphy there did a nice job of knifing through there and taking the legs out from underneath height and did a little somersault there. Very fortunate to hang on to that ball as you're flying around like that.
2nd and 7, ball on the 20-yard line. 51 seconds, under a minute to go here in the first half. Here comes the pitch. It's going to go to Hyde on the far side, trying to find a hole to run through, but not much to go through. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Ball's on the 18, clock still running.
Number 40, Noah Campbell there, firing through from his linebacker position and hitting him. And like you said, he's going to basically pick up maybe 2 yards there. So bring a 3rd and 5, ball on 18. 27 seconds. They're going to have to hustle here.
Here comes the snap, pitches it to Height. Now Pike gives it back to Rosalini, who tosses
Got
it
him
toward the
in.
end zone, and it's going to be in and out of the hands. Good defense there by the defensive back, but very good flea flicker play.
Yep, that's a ball that Rosalini just didn't really step into. Had a man wide open running down the field there. It was intended for number 82 there, and he had cleared.
So it's 4th down, 13 seconds on the clock. That was Tajon Martin.
Yep, going to be a 35-yard attempt here, and we were watching pregame. He was making them from 40, but that kind of seemed like his window. So I think this is in his range right here.
So they're going to call a timeout as it's getting very close to 0 seconds on the play clock. But
looks like Northshore actually burned a timeout there. Looks like they're going to try to freeze him a little bit here in the 80 degrees or 75 degree perfect temperature here at NRG. And we'll just stay right here.
Yeah.
There's not a need not to. I mean, what a first half we've had so far. Big plays, what we thought it would be. You know, what looked like Long and his offense was going to have an opportunity to go downfield, potentially pick up some extra points right before the half and get back to either within 4 or potentially tie the ball game up. Instead, gets big-time pressure from the outside, and ball gets knocked up in the air there. And a nice job. You know, a lot of times Blake Thompson did a nice job of catching that ball, not worrying about running after he caught it. He made sure he intercepted it, and he's given his team an opportunity here for a 35-yard field goal to go up by 10.
So here comes the 35-yard attempt. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's going to be short, falling into the end zone only halfway.
Yeah, it looked like somebody got a little bit of it there.
So with 8 seconds left, Northshore is going to take the field, and after taking the timeout, you got to wonder if they're going to take a shot.
Well, exactly, and more importantly, I was surprised they didn't have a man back for something like that because you can return it. So just definitely got to prevent defense here. They've got guys all the way back on the 3 people back on the 50-yard line. Northshore probably will take a knee here, but no more than I say that, they come out with trips to the left.
So Long's going to take a Hail Mary shot towards the end zone, it looks like. Here comes the snap, drops back, tosses over the middle of the field, and it just falls incomplete, and they're going to have another play here as there's 5 seconds on the clock.
Looked like they may have seen a little hook and lateral play that happened last week against another size school, Katy, right before the half for a touchdown, because looked like they were throwing the single man out there and the other receiver was breaking across the field there. So
Long seemed to have rushed his throw a little bit too.
Looked like he wanted to get one more play off if that one didn't work.
So 5 seconds on the clock, 2nd and 10, ball on their own 20-yard line. It's going to be a handoff up the middle as Golry, who breaks free at the 20-yard line to the 25, trying to find somewhere to run down to the 35-yard line, but the clock expires and he's brought down, and that'll take us to the half.
But I believe we're going to go down to the field, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go down there and go to Jessica. She's going to be with the cheerleaders. So as soon as I get the green light from my production manager, Dre Matula, I will go down there. But what a first half.
Oh, definitely.
Northshore put up 205 yards, 157 through the ground, or 157 on the ground, 48 through the air. On the other side of the ball, Cypress Falls had 176 on the ground, 24 in the air with 200. And we're ready to go down to Jessica now.
We're the Cypress Falls cheerleaders, and you're watching the Playoff
edition of the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show. Woo! Here we go! Go Cypress Falls! There we go! Come on, Eagles! Guys, that was NFL.
All right, well, the Panera halftime show is just a couple seconds away here. We'll take a break with them, and we'll be back in a minute so you can watch some of the bands and dance teams and all the great things that happen at halftime, and it will be a fun show. This is an opportunity for them. They're here at the big house, too, just like the players. We'll be back in a minute.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate, it's hassle-free. It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
America's best-selling brand now offers friends and neighbors pricing to everyone on all Ford vehicles, but only for a limited time at your participating Texas Ford dealer.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. Which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes, what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread. Live consciously. Eat deliciously.
band would now like to feature the cheerleaders and starlets as they dance to the Pharrell Williams hit Happy for Despicable Me.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie, at Texan, we're so thankful for our great team and fantastic fans.
That's right, folks. We're showing our appreciation, making sure everybody gets a great deal on our Black Friday.
Every 2015 has to go, and Texan will make you the best deal.
Get new four-door shares for just $24,995 or $26,995.
Or a new GMC and Katy for just $299 a month.
Thank you for helping us become one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation. Texan Buick GMC, located at 59 Wood Lake, shop 24/7, Texan Drive.com. We treat you better.
Back here live for the second half between the Northshore Mustangs and the Cy Falls Eagles. Cy Falls leading 21-14 over Northshore after a first half that saw a lot of action on the ground and not so much through the air. And Micaiah Long having some trouble getting it going through the air, having only 48 yards out of 3 completions for 10 out of 10 attempts and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and you look at both sides of the ball, neither quarterback had what you would call, I don't even want to call mediocre numbers. Both of them in the air struggled big time. Now, I will have to say, Northshore had some drop balls. On the other side of the ball, man-for-man coverage was running literally in the hip pocket of the receivers. So, for what it's worth, Rossellini did not have anybody open. So, you got to believe Northshore goes in at halftime and says, hey, guys, we get the ball, we go down, we score. And what a bullet they dodged. You know, it appeared after the interception that Cy Falls was going to get an opportunity to pick up extra points. And just like that, you know, they missed a little short field goal, or it was partially blocked. So wasn't quite sure on the time management aspect of that. Thought they may take a timeout because they had 2 left. But, you know, again, it's just one of those situations. It's easy to sit up here and second guess what transpired. But they do go into the locker room up 21-14. Second half fixing to start here. And what an exciting ball game we have going on today.
Oh, yeah. It's been we were talking about this during one of the breaks that the game, it's been really methodical for both offenses, kind of just to grind out 5 yards. But eventually what will happen, you'll see, is a team will break a 60-yard run for a touchdown, or there'll be a pick six like we saw, or the quarterback will take off running for 30 or 40 yards, and that's what the game has been. It's been big plays, but a lot of really good defense in between those big plays. So it's got a little bit of everything.
Or a 91-yard run.
That too. So that's what I'm saying. It's just there's a little bit of everything.
Well, the one thing that's been consistent is the kickoffs. We've seen pooch kicks on both sides. We've seen both teams. I mean, I know they're not going to hit the top of the dome, but they are definitely skyrocketing their kickoffs, trying to cause confusion for the return team.
So here comes the kick, and the second half is underway. It's a high pooch kick fielded at the 25-yard line. It's going to be handed off towards the near side, and here it goes down to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. And they planned that kick return because they knew exactly where it was going. It looked like number 4 for Northshore, and that was Jacory Nichols.
Yep, and Nichols did a nice job there. Just a little reverse run back there, and just like that, ball's going to be right down there on 40. So North Shore only has 6-yard field, so they have the possession side of this on their side, and they're going to get 5 added to it because kicking team was 5 offsides. You get 5 yards added to it. So now the ball is going to be placed down at the 45, so even a shorter field.
So Laundry already down on the field, and we're not even 5 or 6 seconds into the game or into the second half yet. So it looks like they're actually going to mark it here at the 40-yard line.
So I guess he must have been tackled at 35. My apologies.
So 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 to the near. Here comes Long getting the snap. He's going to hand the ball off. It's going to be to Tyler Bordeaux on the far side. He gets to the 45-yard line, breaks the tackle to the 50-yard line, and falls just short of the sticks. Actually, he might have gotten the first on that run.
Well, and that's a different running back right there. Nice job by him of picking up. They gave him 10, so nice job there getting that seam and then making 1 or 2 people miss, picking up the extra 2 yards after contact.
Ball at the 50-yard line, handoff to Bordeaux, taking it up the middle again. 4-yard gain on the play is where they'll mark it. Got it down to the 46-yard line inside Cy Falls territory.
Blake Thompson there on the tackle for the Eagles.
So North Shore really having an opportunity here with the opening drive of the second half, as Long's going to come towards the near side. He's under some pressure now, but he's going to keep the ball himself. Jukes one man down to the 40-yard line and forced out of bounds at the 39. And that's a good run there for Long.
Yes, it is. And where they're going to mark it, that's going to give them another first down. And Long was patient there. I mean, it looked like they had him tied up, but he actually kicked on the jets there on the outside and made one man miss and cut back on the inside, pick up an extra 4 yards after contact.
That was Bryant Batty on the run. He's in the game now, and Long is not out there. So Batty's going to hand the ball off, taking it up the middle. Is the running back who breaks one tackle down to the 30-yard line. And it's going to be a first down.
You know, going back to that, we were wondering if there was something wrong with Long because he actually wasn't in that possession earlier. So I on one of those runs, maybe he hurt something and we just missed it.
I thought it was Long. They have a very similar stature, and his jersey's bunched up, so I couldn't tell. And now that I got a double look at it, it is definitely number 9. So Batty's out there. He's going to hand the ball off to Boudreaux, who's going to keep it himself, coming towards the near side of the field, and he's going to be forced out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So coming into tonight, here comes we're going to take a timeout as the officials are calling a timeout, so don't go anywhere, folks. Your score, 21-14. We'll be right back. Batty in at quarterback for Northshore as it's 2nd down and 9. And Batty coming into tonight, only 300 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns though, 22 for 35. He's also got 33 rushes for 146 yards this year. So not a whole lot of action, but he has seen the field. As we have 10:23 to go here in the third quarter. Still waiting for the officials to start the clocks and set the field ready for play. Kyle Long coming into tonight only had 7 interceptions. He had 2 in the first half. So here comes the snap. Dropping back to pass, looking over the middle. He's got a man open at the 16-yard line. It's going to be caught down to the 10 and brought down at the 11-yard line. And that was Carl Colry making the catch.
Tackles made by number 9, Darian Morris.
Morris there with a big tackle downfield, but not before he picked up about 16 yards right there. But nice job by the quarterback there, being patient and wasn't even thinking about running. He was looking for an open receiver downfield there.
So Batty going to stand in the gun. He's got 2 wide receivers, one to the near side, one to the far side. He's got his running back out next to him. That's Boudreaux, who's going to stutter step, try to find some room to run. He spins and gets tackled for a gain of only 2 yards, but he was fighting for every yard he gained.
Host the Eagles there on that. There was 4 or 5 guys got up there in the middle of all that, and not much there at all up that middle.
It's been there for them, though, so I understand why they've been going to it. But now they're inside the 10. On the 10-yard line, 2nd down, 8 to go. They still can get a first down before getting 1st and goal. Here comes the snap. He's going to keep himself going up the middle. He's brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as the defense was right there.
Brought down by number 29, Trey Baldwin.
Baldwin there on the tackle. What a nice job by him of knifing through there and literally going to pick up maybe a half yard, bring up a 3rd down and 8 here.
So 3rd and 8, clock at 8:45, continuing to run 3rd quarter. Northshore eating some clock themselves here. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a fake handoff, tossing the fade route towards the far side of the end zone in the corner. It's going to be caught Touchdown, North Shore. And that was Eric Monroe making the catch.
And a nice throw right there. Ball hung a little bit on him. I wasn't sure that wasn't going to bite him because I thought the ball was going to hold up a little bit there. But what a nice job by him of making sure that he pulled that ball into his body immediately because he knew he was fixing to take a big shot and didn't get any feet down, but his butt hit the ground, and that's equivalent to a body part. So what a nice catch there. And just like that, we're extra point away, and we got a tie ball game, 21-21 here, 8:29 to go in the third. We'll be back in a minute. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Register online at CESPerformance.com for your sports performance program. CESPerformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESPerformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESPerformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESPerformance.com.
Back here live from NRG Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Bert Brocker. And Bert, coming into tonight, Eric Monroe only had 2 catches and no touchdowns. And tonight alone, he already has 2 catches and 1 touchdown.
Yep, and the Big Star 4 scoring drive there took 3 minutes, 31 seconds off the clock, 9 plays, 60 yards. And Monroe there from Baddock with 11-yard, like you said, that little fade route. And now we got a tie ball game. And so we're back 0-0 right now. And, of course, Cy-Fed band and cheer getting into it big time. They're ready for their possession to start this second half because they've not had a possession yet.
North Shore getting set to kick to Cy Falls here with 8:29 to go here in the third quarter. Here comes the kick. It's high, going to be fielded at the 37-yard line. Fair caught. 2 of North Shore, Cy Falls players ran into each other, but it was caught cleanly. So Cy Falls now going to take the field. In the first half, Casey Rossellini only had 5 attempts, 1 completion for 24 yards, and that was to Corey Hincus. And that was the 1 catch he had. But everything else was on the ground. Shannon Vaughn's 133 yards, 9 carries, 1 touchdown, and Desmond Hyde 35 yards on 11 carries and 1 touchdown. And there's a false start to start the second half for Cypress Falls. As you can hear their drum line getting into it down here on the home sideline. So the false start will back them up. And just a little antsy here to start the second half.
Yeah, you hate to believe their own own noise causes them. Typically you want to have noise to the other teams on offense, but that's just a mistake right there. There's no reason for that.
Now coming to the line is Rossellini. They need to get some points as well as they've kind of been shut down for the most part. And met in the backfield as he's receiving the ball is Vaughns. And that defensive line for North Shore just came right at him.
Andrew Hyasak there on the tackle, and I mean he just knifed through there and lit that play up there in the backfield. Also number 59, Cameron Brown there.
So North Shore gets into the backfield and disrupts the play with a 21-21 score here. Ball at the 30-yard line on the far hash. It's second down and 16. Here comes the snap. No fake, dropping back to pass, tossing towards the near side, and it's in and out of the hands of the wide receiver. That was going for Christian Anderson.
Yeah, and Anderson's supposed to catch that ball. You know, we said earlier that they had man-to-man coverage, you know, covering all over the field. That play right there, Rossellini did a nice job of rolling out and then setting his feet and throwing a strike there. That's a ball, as a receiver, you've got to catch to help your quarterback out and put yourself in a 3rd and short. Now they're in 3rd and, 16 here, ball on the 34. You got to be careful. You don't want to turn the ball over here and give North Shore short field.
So under center is Rossellini. He's got a single back in the backfield. He's going to drop back the pass, steps up, and now he's under a little bit of pressure, but he's got
a lane out there.
Down to the 35-yard line, and he's tripped up at the 40, and the pursuit gets to him. But like you said, he had a huge lane, and he just couldn't get to that first down marker, and it's going to be 4th and 7.
Noah Campbell there just absolutely got on his horse, because if Campbell doesn't do that, it would have been very close. Number 34 there was coming up hard, but I believe it would have been it would have been very close to a first down. Instead, now you got a 4th and 7, so they'll send the punt unit out here. And Rossellini will move from up underneath the center or in the shotgun just back a couple extra yards.
Rossellini standing back at the 25-yard line.
They may have to burn a timeout here.
Here comes the kick. It's up and away, and there's a flag on the play. False start. They're going to back them up even more.
That right there is going to drive the coach crazy, because they did not have 2 men. They were 2 men short on that play. 1 man got in, and the second man did not, so they called false start there. And I think they may have caught a break, because they were not prepared. It looked like it was a short punt that was going to get fielded cleanly. And I was curious if they would, because the man was actually one of the backs, so he was running back towards the punter, so he, man in motion's legal.
So here comes a high snap. He fields it at the 20, kicks it, and it's a short kick, going to fall at the 47-yard line, but it's going to take a good bounce down to the 38 to the 37 before it rolls out, and it will be North Shore's ball going the other way.
Rossellini, once again, he had two hop to him, and that one he had to get up a little bit, and just did a nice job of getting the kickoff. Got about an 8-yard roll there after the ball got on the ground, so good bounce for the Rossellini and the Cy-Fall Eagles there.
So here comes the North Shore offense. Bryant Batty in the game. North Shore scored 52 points in consecutive weeks, the past 2 weeks in the playoffs. Here comes the fake up the middle. Taking it is Batty, who will be brought down after a gain of 4.5 yards.
Yeah, Pollard there, he's had to pick 6, had a big punt return, but nice job there coming up and filling and laying the lumber there, but not before he picked up 4 yards.
So 2nd and 6, ball on the 41-yard line now. 2 backs in the backfield next to Batty. Batty's going to hand the ball off, and now coming towards the near side, breaking free down to the 50-yard line is Eltroy Potts, number 16. And he's the leader in reception yards for the Mustangs. But they'll go out of the backfield with him. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Thompson and McKnight there on the tackle.
Here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, tossing over the middle of the field, and just out of reach of Ralph Davis, it's incomplete.
Big arm, though. He fired that ball right there, so even though he doesn't have a lot of playing time, he did a nice job there, showing on a pass earlier on the last possession and then right there, but that ball was just a little hot.
So now they're looking towards the sidelines, waiting for Coach John Kay to call in the offensive play. Now they've got it. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Ball still on the 50-yard line. 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. No, it's going to be a keeper. Batty's going to try to go to the far side of the field, and he's dropped and sacked in the backfield trying to get away. 5-yard loss.
Yes, it was, and that was Addy Bigasat. I wanted to make sure I pronounced that correctly.
I wasn't going to
Addy Bigasat.
I wasn't even going to try it. I was waiting for the stadium announcer to let me know what it was, because that's a tough one. So it's 3rd down and 14 here. And the ball's on the 46-yard line. Batty, a bunch formation on the near side. Now he puts a man in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep coming towards the near side. If he can find a hole, he's got some room, but he only gets down to the 49-yard line before he's brought down, and it's 4th and 11.
Nice job there by Blake Thompson again, making sure that he didn't cut back to the inside. And so nice job by Cy-Falls defense there.
Cy-Falls defense in the pregame, I saw them running pursuit drills, and that's what you see, is you see the pursuit drills paying off with how they've been able to just not allow Northshore to really get any kind of edge.
Yeah, you see these jet sweeps more and more. That was a high snap. good job of going up there and getting that one.
Good high spiraling kick, and it's going to be down, and it's going to roll Northshore's way to the 11-yard line.
Nice job there as a punter of going up to the highest point and catching that ball, not letting it get over his head. And then with pressure coming from the left side, he did a nice job of getting off a great punt right there. So, like you said, ball going to be placed down just outside the 10 here. And, you know, when you're Cy Falls, that really doesn't put you in a bad situation because you're a run-type offense. So, you know, you line up here. And Height and Vaughn, after the first 3 possessions, have really been slowed down. We talked about Vaughn's, you know, after the first quarter having 127 yards, and I'll get my statistician here in a minute to catch it up, but I bet he doesn't have a whole lot more yards than that right now.
Under center, it's going to be a pitch to the near side, taking it to the 25-yard line. He might have some room to run down to the 30, to the 40, and out of bounds. That's Desmond Height getting some extra yardage there, just as you were talking about how he's been contained most of the night.
Yep, and that right there, Height, you know, he managed to get that outside, and it was a nice job of blocking there by his receiver, and he picked up 29 yards right there, so right on cue.
Well, coming into the second half, he only had 133 yards, and 91 of them were on that one play. So that's where you look at the issue of him being shut down most of the night. So ball on the 40-yard line. Throw formation, fakes the pitch. Here comes the handoff up the middle. Gain of 4 on the play.
That's a little counter tray right there where they bring the wingback type man back in motion and hand it off back up the middle right there. Nice play, picks up 4 yards.
Chris Anderson, 4 yards, just right around his average where he's at 4.7 on the season. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Ball sitting at the 44-yard line on the near hash. 3:43 to go here in the third quarter.
Cy Falls slowing the game down.
Here comes the snap. The handoff going up the middle is Vaughn's, and he gains a couple of yards. Maybe 3 there. And it's going to be 3rd and short for the Eagles.
Yep, looks like they're going to place the ball down right around the 47-yard line. Campbell there on the tackle for Northshore. So, here you go. Cy Falls running offense. Northshore big man. You know, this is a big play right here. This very easily could, you know, it just sets up the kind of ball game. So far right now, they're 1 for 7 on 3rd down.
Under center now. Jumping, but no flag. Here comes the snap. Up the middle goes Height, and he gains
still
some
on his
extra
feet.
yards, breaking a couple of tackles down to the 37-yard line. And the crowd goes wild for that one as they saw him with the extra effort in the first down.
Well, it looked like they had jumped off sides. We were both wrong because we are up here pretty high. Got back. And then Height looked like he was down 3, 4, 5, 6 times and did a great job there. And defensively was holding on for dear life there.
Dragged a man about 4 yards.
Yeah, that was Murphy there, and he was just holding on.
Long for the ride. 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line, now inside Northshore territory. The pitch going to Height, taking on the far side. Now he's going to cut it back towards the near side at the 40-yard line, stiff arms the man, and he's going to get right around back to the line of scrimmage. But that was a long run for no gain.
Well, that was like you said, started out going to the right side, and then instead of losing 4 yards, manages to come back to this side, and they're actually going to spot him for about a 1-yard loss there, bring up 2nd down and 11, 2:04 to go here in third quarter. But, you know, this is what Cy Falls wants to do. If they can find a way to go down here, run this clock all the way down, I mean, and get a touchdown, you know, you want to keep Northshore's offense right where they are right now, and that's over there on the bench.
Split back formation in the backfield. Here comes the handoff. It's going to go to Vaughn's up the middle, and he's going to get 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Britton Larkin there, though, just filled that line. And he also had Josh Sufientes in there.
That's how I would say it. So looking at his name, that's a tough one. They're throwing some curveballs at you tonight, Bert.
Yes, they are.
3rd down and 9. Ball on the 35-yard line. Rossellini under center as he has most of the night. Here he fakes a handoff, drops back. Now he's going to step up, nowhere to go with the ball, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a sack, and it's going to be 4th and 11 here.
So Northshore wins that chess match, and you got to believe they'd gained probably 4 or 5 yards there. They might be in 4-down territory, but the ball on the 37, you got to think they're going to go ahead and punt this ball right here and try to pin them deep.
Well, they have the same unit out there for punting and offense, so it looks like they're going to the huddle, so it looks like it's going to be, they're going to go for it here.
Well, that's how they line up, so here we go.
Rossellini under center, 4th and 11. Here comes the snap. It's a reverse coming towards the near side. Reverse pass. He pulls it down now. He's going to take off running. Down to the 35-yard line, and he's brought down, and it's a turnover on downs. They were trying to do a little trickery, but the man deep was covered, and that was height going deep. But the defensive back did not fall for it.
Nobody. I mean, they had coverage just completely blanketed, and then that pursuing defense right there was absolutely flying around.
So ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Northshore, trying to take their first lead of the game with 13 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 wide receivers far, 1 to the near. Here's the handoff to Boudreaux, who's going to take it up the middle, break a couple of tackles, and he gains 10 yards on the carry, and it's almost a 1st down. It's really 9.5. And he's really churning his legs as he's running, and here comes.
And that's going to end our 3rd quarter. So I'm Burt Brocker.
J.W. Smith will be right back. Your score tied up 21-21, 4th quarter coming your way next.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate. It's
Back here live as Batty overthrows a wide receiver on the far side of the field. And it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that Northshore offense wanted on the field. They were ready to go.
So 3rd and 1 now for Northshore. And Mayde just overthrew that wide receiver, and he was wide open. Had he connected with it, it would have been a touchdown. Here comes the snap. They're going to try to run it up the middle, and it looks like Mayde's going to get the 1st down on the play. Now the ball will be marked at the 45.
Yeah, they hurried up there, even though they slowed it down for about 2 seconds, but they rushed up there. Nice job by him of just tucking in behind his big man there, going north and south, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10, ball at the 30 or the 46-yard line. The snap, and they're going to hand the ball off to Boudreaux, who's going to take it up the middle. He's going to find a hole down to the 45-yard line and into Cypress Falls territory, and he's brought down at the 44 ultimately.
But once again, not before he picks up 10 yards. So, you know, this is where, as a defense, you got to settle down. They're kind of going in that bunch huddle where they get right up near the line of scrimmage.
Mayde in the backfield, in the gun. Here comes the snap. They're going to hand it off to Boudreaux again, who's going to cut up the field and gain 4 yards on the play. Oh, correction, it's going to be a gain of 3.
But that was a nice job by Boudreaux there. I mean, he literally, realized that the linebacker was there.
Ball at the 40.
Bajkachik did a nice job there making a tackle in short game.
And now they're going to have to call a timeout for having too many guys on the field. They didn't want to get flagged. So Cypress Falls is going to take a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is. And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate, it's hassle-free.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
America's best-selling brand now offers friends and neighbors pricing to everyone on all Ford vehicles, but only for a limited time at your participating Texas Ford dealer.
Back here live from NRG Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Bert Brocker. Score knotted up 21-21. Mustangs and Eagles in a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, it really is. It looked like it was going to be a high-scoring kind of track meet. Both defenses, if you really look at what the defenses have done, a pick six for a touchdown, a 91-yard touchdown. I mean, you look at the board and you take off the big plays, and what a ball game we got going on here.
Here's the snap, fakes the handoff, dumps it off to his man in the flat, now taking it towards the far side of the field and out of bounds, but just enough for a first down. And that was Eltroy Potts coming out of the backfield.
Trey Baldwin there. Pollard out there.
And that's a name you've called a lot tonight on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep. I wasn't sure they were going to give him the first down there. They were going back and forth, but they give him the first down after all. Ball going to be placed down, and, you know, coming off a timeout, this is where, you know, Cy Falls fans getting way into it here. They're trying to get their team fired up here.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball sitting at the 32-yard line. Mayde in the gun, waiting for the snap, rolling towards the near side. Pump fakes. Now he's waiting for a man to get open, but he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 29-yard line for a gain of 3.
Nice job there by the defensive cornerbacks and safeties, though. He had absolutely nobody open downfield, so he had one thing to do there. Tuck the ball down. Trey Baldwin there did a nice job not letting him cut back to the inside, just kept pushing him to the outside there. Very minimal gain there.
So 2nd and 7, ball at the 29-yard line, 10:44 on the clock. And the snap. He's going to hand the ball off, coming towards the near side and breaking a couple of tackles.
Very close to a first down, I believe. Looked like he was going to be right at the marker. Just going to pin on the spot.
Brought down by number 9, Davian Morris.
And that was Golroy in the carry, and it is going to be short. 3rd and 1 is what they'll mark it. And the ball's at the 23-yard line. Now here comes the crowd getting back into it on 3rd and 1. The snap, he's going to hand to Golroy again and finds a hole on the right side. Now here comes the pursuit, but he's going to be brought down at the 19-yard line. It's a first down for Northshore, and they're inside the red zone now.
Yeah, that little trap play running straight up the middle, and then he bounces to the outside right there. But what a nice play by Pollard again, because he had a blocker out there, and here we go quick.
Mayde's going to hand the ball off, going up the middle and being tripped up, and that's going to be Eltroy Potts carrying that ball. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4, ball in the 13.
McKnight was the one got his hand on him there. Looks like we may have a timeout here.
And
yep.
That's what it's going to be.
Yep, Cy Falls is going to take a timeout. I'm Bert Brocker here with J.W. Smith, and you're listening to the broadcast of TexanLive.com.
Register online at CESPerformance.com for your sports performance program. CESPerformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESPerformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESPerformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESPerformance.com.
21 all the score, 9:45 to go here in the 4th quarter, and Northshore is inside the red zone, starting to threaten.
Yeah, they are, and this is where the defense, though, you know, the big man got to make something happen here, but one of the things about Northshore's offense is they got a lot of options here on this 2nd and 4.
Northshore in the gun. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff coming towards the near side. Not a whole lot of room to run, but he's making some room for himself, and he takes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Northshore, and that's called Golroy taking it himself into the end zone.
And the coaching staff's absolutely going crazy there. They felt like somebody moved, and we'll have to go back and re-look at it, but it looked like possibly one of the linemen there, might have flinched a little bit. Nobody saw it. Defense kind of let up a little bit there. And next thing you know, Northshore's in the end zone.
So here comes the extra point attempt to give Northshore a 7-point lead. The kick is up and through the uprights. Your score here from NRG, Northshore 28, Cy Falls 21, 9:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching TexanLive.com.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing dealer. Why? Huge discounts, best selection, most of you trade, low payments. Are the all-new Mustang only $299 a month? Focus, $239 a month. Escape, only $299 a month. Everybody wants to know why we're Houston's fastest growing dealer. Big Star Ford. Big city discounts, small town dealing, 10 minutes south of downtown Houston off of 288. You drive, we listen.
Back here live at NRG Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Coach Bert Brocker. And that whole drive was a really impressive one for Northshore. And after tonight, or after this game, you got Manville and Strake Jesuit. Then after that, don't forget to tune in to Fox Sports Southwest tonight from 11 to midnight for the season finale of the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chin, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you through today's playoff games and preview tomorrow's games. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Well, here we go. Line up for the pooch kick again.
They haven't kicked one deep all night. Here comes the pooch. It's going to be high down towards the 30-yard line and fielded at the 31, but no return, and Cy Falls will take over.
Yep, that last scoring drive, Big Star 4 scoring drive, 2 minutes, 34 seconds, 11 plays, 65 yards, 14-yard touchdown there for Gilry on a run straight up the middle. And that puts Northshore up first time tonight, 28-21. So, this is a game of, this is where Cy Falls, with 9:35 to go in this ball game, they got to find some way get this offense back flowing because it's really outside of the second quarter. It's been in a situation it really doesn't want to be in. They got to find some way to move the ball down the field here, JW.
And Northshore's really been just chipping away at the lead. They were down 14 points at one point in this game, and now they have a 7-point lead. And Cy Falls they haven't been playing a game where they can really come from behind as that carry goes up the middle for 4.5 yards. And that was Vaughn's. But as I was saying, they really don't have an offense. The way their game plan tonight has been to eat a lot of clock, and if they get down too far, they're going to have to get away from the game plan, and that's always one of those situations that can turn out to be a disaster.
Well, exactly, and they're not a passing team. You talked about that, 1 for 5 first half. They got to find some way to pick up first downs here.
Pitch coming towards the running back, now towards the near side of the field, and he gets to the 40-yard line, running over a man down to the 45 to the 49-yard line. And that was
Desmond Height there.
Desmond Height.
Yep, that's exactly what they were looking for. Got to get Height and Vaughns back to running forward and, yards after contact, and that's important. He was hit around the 41 there, picked up an extra 7.5 yards there. Nice job by him.
So first down ball at the 48-yard line. 8:57 on the clock, still trailing by 7 are the Cy Falls Eagles.
Coach is still talking about that play right before that last score.
Here comes the snap, the handoff going to, looks like it's going to be Vaughn's this time, going up the middle, and he's down to the 50-yard line before he's brought down. That's where they'll mark the forward progression stop.
Brown there on the tackle for Mustangs.
And speaking of other games going on, the road continues tomorrow with a trio of games at TexanLive.com. In Waco, Atascocita takes on Rowlett at 1 o'clock. Then a doubleheader here at NRG Stadium as Lamar faces Dickinson at 2, and then wrapping it up with A&M Consolidated and Ridgepoint at 5:30.
And we got Strake Jesuit and Manville right after this ball game tonight. So great day of high school football here in Texas and in NRG. Fires through, and Height's going to actually lose about 6 yards there.
Height had nowhere to go as the defense was right in the backfield immediately.
Jeremy Branham just walked up, and I know he's super excited. University of Houston will be playing next week in the championship game. They knocked off Navy today, and, you know, what a great opportunity for Coach Herman and his guys here. They win next week, and they've got a great opportunity to be in one of the big bowl games. So what a job he's done, phenomenal, and looking forward and trying to figure out a way to keep him here for a long time because he's done a nice job.
3rd and 12, ball on the 46-yard line, 7:32 on the clock. It continues to run. Dropping back to pass is Rosalini. He tosses it over the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught at the 41-yard line by Shannon Vaughns.
Nope, that's actually going to be Desmond Height.
Desmond Height making the catch.
Yep, when you need a big play, well, you're not going to hand him the ball here. You're going to throw him up and let him go up at the highest point and make a catch. Ball's going to be placed down at the 38 and give Cypress Falls another first down here.
So Desmond Hyde on the big catch, first down. Ball on the 38. Rosalini calling out signals to his offense. Here's the snap. And the entire offensive line jumps off sides.
Everybody's pointing fingers down there, but it is going to be a false start.
So that's a 5-yard penalty to back them up. 1st and 15. Now the ball's going to be spotted at the 43-yard line.
6:57 to go. You do have all 3 timeouts. No, you have 1 timeout here. I apologize. So you might be in a situation where you're in 4-down territory.
Here's the snap. He's going to pitch the ball to the backfield. The running back has a lot of room to run. Going up the middle is Desmond Height, and he gains 7 yards on the play down to the 35.
Well, now I can guarantee you're in 4-down territory. No more than I say that, they'll punt on this play.
So 2nd and 7. Clock continuing to run down to 6:24, and Cypress Falls still inside their game plan. They don't want to give the ball back to Northshore with too much time left. They'd like to get at least a tie here. Rosalini under center. Split backfield. Here comes the snap going up the middle is Hyde again, and he's going to be stopped and stuffed right at the line. Maybe a gain of a couple before he's brought down. Correction, that was Shannon Vaughns. And it's going to be 3rd and 5.
And we've called Murphy's name a lot of times tonight. Boy, he come up there with a big stick there. Textbook tackle right there.
So Desmond Height checks back into the game. Ball's now at the 33-yard line. Clock down to 5:25.
8 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry here.
3 seconds. Here's under center. Now the snap. The pitch to Height. Going towards the far side, and Height not much.
Ball's on the ground.
And it looks like Northshore might have it. And it's Northshore ball. Looking at Height. He just got hit right in the spot where he was carrying the ball. Helmet went into the ball, and the ball went to the ground. And now it's Northshore ball.
Well, with 5:11 to go, this is where your defense, they're here for a reason. Your defense has got to find some way to get a stop here and give your offense one more shot before this ball game ends.
So here comes the Northshore offense with, like you said, 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go.
And it would have been 4th down anyway, but you'd rather try a 4th and 3 than to turn the ball over.
So now here comes the fake handoff. Running up the middle is Mayde, and he's brought down for a gain of 6.
He was hit hard there.
Stopped by number 3, Jordan Pollard.
So now it's 2nd down and 4. Clock continuing to run down to 4:55.
Pollard there again on the tackle. We've called his name a ton tonight.
So Northshore breaks the huddle and goes to the line. And the snap, here comes the handoff towards the near side. It's going to be Boudreau who's going to take it to the 45-yard line before being brought down. Good run there for Helm and the ball.
Yep, Boudreau did a nice job right there, being patient, He came out here to the outside just on a sweep play, looked back inside, cut back inside, and, you know, right now 4:29 to go. Eagles only have one timeout. You just cannot afford to give up at 40 seconds a pop. You've got to get a stop right now.
With only one timeout, that is the story, right? You have to get the stops on this series of 3 downs, and he's going to get him in the backfield on the handoff, and that's exactly what they needed to do there. Uncontested was
Trey Baldwin there just knifing through there. But more importantly, he stayed under control and made the tackle. You know, Baldwin did a really, really nice job there. A lot of times you'll see him come flying in and, you know, one move and what should have been a 2-yard loss turns into 3, 4, 5-yard gain. So nice job by Baldwin right there.
2nd and 12. In the gun is Mayde. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a keeper. Design run coming towards the near side of the field. And he's just trying to find some room to run, but nowhere to go. He gets a couple of yards in the play, and there's a flag, maybe in the area of holding.
Well, what do you do here? 3:29. It would be 3rd down and 10 or 2nd down and 22.
I think you decline it, to be honest.
That means they're going to take it.
Well, if you decline it, you take away an extra play that they have to run more time off the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the call there.
Yeah, you hate not to back a team up, especially when they're running the ball. You hate not back them up 10 yards and make it 2nd down and 22. But risk reward, this is what you want. You want some time left on the clock here.
So here we go, 3rd and 10, ball on the 45-yard line inside Northshore territory. Mayde in the gun. He's got 2 wide receivers to the far side. Drops back to pass. Looking left. He's got a man. It's going to be caught at the 50-yard line. Down to the 35 to the 30. And that's the first down they needed. And that was Ralph Davis making the catch.
What a big call on the offensive coordinator side for the Mustangs right there, because you've got yourself in a situation with a young quarterback, long not in the game, hasn't been in much playing time this year. You said 300-something yards, and you're going to have him drop back there out of the pocket and throw a strike out there. And more importantly, big-time catch, big-time tackle break there to pick up an extra 15 yards after first contact.
Handoff will go to Gory, who takes it up the middle. And he gains 3 yards on the play, so clock continues to run down to 2:52. Only one timeout left for the Golden Eagles. Ball spotted at the 26. 2nd and 6 now for Northshore. And they're just letting the clock run right now.
Absolutely. 22 on the play clock, 2:30 to go here. Like I said, you know, they'll probably run one more play. If they get another first down, it's ball game.
Mayde waiting for the snap. He hands the ball off to Golroy. He's going to take it up the middle, fighting for extra yards. And there's a flag on the late hit.
We'll have to see what that is, because if that's a dead ball foul, depending on who it's against, let's see who it's against.
It's definitely going. I saw it. It's gonna go against Northshore.
If that's the case, and it's a dead ball foul, which it will be, that will actually back them up 15 yards. So instead of a 3rd down and 1 and an opportunity to finish this ball game out, now you're going to have a 3rd down and 16.
It's like Coach Kirk Eaton is over there talking to the officials, having words with them.
Yeah, it was on number 77. That's what I thought it was. So now you're going to have a 3rd down and we'll call it 16, maybe even 17. What a difference in 3rd down and 2 and 3rd down and 17. And that stops the clock. So the Eagles, after this play, if Northshore don't pick up the first down, they will actually call timeout here and have an opportunity to get the ball back. Coach doesn't like it, but undoubtedly he didn't see the play. It was clearly a late hit there.
He's not. He's out over here on the numbers on the far side.
Needs to be careful. He'll get another 15.
So it's Coach K definitely having some words with the officials. Now we're about set to go. Like you said, you don't want to get another 15 here because then you're almost in an impossible situation to get a first down. But with 2:16 to go, the Eagles are not down yet. They're on the ropes, but they're only down 7, and they have 1 timeout. Now the clock's running.
Yep, I thought under 5 minutes they wouldn't start the clock, but they did. So now this is going to go down to under 2 minutes at the snap of this ball.
Hands the ball off. Going up the middle is Golroy, who's going to be brought down at the 33-yard line. And now here's the timeout.
Yep. So we'll take a break with them. I'm Bert Brocker.
J.W. Smith. We'll be right back. You're watching TexanLive.com. Here live at NRG Stadium, 1:52 on the clock. Mustangs have the ball, but it is 4th down and call it 12. Ball's on the 32-yard line. They have a 7-point lead. They're really in 4-down territory, but you can't imagine they're going to punt it from the 33-yard line.
The only thought there is if you do punt it, you could pin them. Even worst case scenario, you at least pick up the 12 yards because the ball comes out to the 20. So if you get a good punt off and it pins them around the 10 or so, but I just don't believe Northshore's going to do that. I believe they're going to send their offense out here.
They have sent their offense back out onto the field.
Well, he kind of drops back in this pistol formation here.
So here we go, the snap. Mayde's rolling out towards the far side. He's under some pressure. He gets hit as he's thrown and is way overthrown. And that is a turnover on downs. And Cypress Falls has another chance here with 1:46 to go. No timeout, so they're going to have to do something they haven't done all night and run the hurry up.
Yeah, and that was big time pressure there on the delayed blitz on the backside there, getting the helmet on him, and he just threw that ball up. So didn't take hardly any time off the clock. And in high school football, as everyone knows, or if you don't know, the clock will stop on a first down. They start it quick, but, minute 46 is a long time. Question will be is how do you get height? How do you get Vaughn? How do you get the ball in their hands and make something happen big?
So here come the Northshore offense. Casey Rosalini goes under center. And here we go. He pitches the ball towards the near side. Here comes the running back to the 35-yard line, runs over a man to the 39. And that's going to be Desmond Height making the run. Got to get back to the line fast here.
Wow, they're huddling up. Like you said, this offense is not a run and shoot type offense, so they're going to have to figure out the way to go no huddle.
Here comes the snap. Rolling out is Rosalini, looking deep down the field, tossing it. Now it's going to be just overthrown, and the man he was throwing to was covered up pretty well.
Rosalini took a big shot right there, right as he released that ball.
So that stops the clock at 1:15. Winner of this game goes on to face either the winner of the Lamar Dickinson game tomorrow.
Dickinson last week in a 4 overtime victory over the Pearland Oilers.
We were here for that one. That was an exciting game.
Yes, it was.
Here we go. Under center, dropping back to pass, tossing over towards the left side of the field. He's tossing it deep, and it's going to fall about 7 yards in front of his wide receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. So 4th and 3. Now the ball on the 39-yard line with 1:09. This is the game.
Well, it's tough to change who you are. You actually saw him even go into a huddle after first down and picking up 7 yards. This offense is designed to move the ball down the field, having height, having Vaughn break some big plays. But 4th down right here,
So 4th down, ball on the 39-yard line, 1:09 to go. And now it's going to be a timeout called by Northshore. And we're going to see them.
Wait a minute, maybe delay a game.
Oh, no,
it is going to be a delay of game.
So that's a huge play unless they were planning on throwing it deep anyway and they weren't worried about the distance to the sticks. Making sure they get the call right. Either way, it's 1:09 on the clock. And now it's going to be 4th down and 8.
They got to hustle. They're still in the huddle with 20 seconds to go. They've got to hurry.
Clock management becoming an issue here. With 13 seconds, you got to get to the line. You got to get everybody on the same page to break the huddle. 8 seconds on the play clock now. Rosalini going under center. Now here comes the snap. He's going to drop back.
Blitz is coming.
Immediate pressure. He tosses it up, and it's going to be almost intercepted, but that's going to be the game as it's incomplete. And with 1:04 to go and no timeouts, Cypress Falls cannot stop the clock, and Northshore is going to walk out of here with a W.
Well, and JW, we said it before they even came out on this possessions. This offense is not set up to run no huddle.
No,
and they came out, they ran the ball on 1st down, picked up 7 yards, then huddled. And it's just, like I said, you know, you got an offense that's set up a different way and big struggles there. But no, let's say this, Northshore played a solid ball game. They gave up a pick 6, Long went down, and they still managed to be set up here in the victory formation.
They're in the victory formation, and that's going to be a knee by Batty. He's going to have to take one more before the game is over. But don't forget, the Houston High School playoffs continue next week, and Texan Live is your home for the postseason. Get your tickets to the state championships held here at NRG Stadium in Houston by following the UIL link on TexanLive.com. Then follow your team on the road to the state, on the road to state at the at the home for the Houston High School sports, TexanLive.com. I'm all discombobulated over here as the game is about to be completed with 32 seconds on the clock. It's just going to be one more kneel down, and Northshore is advancing.
Yep,
next round.
You know, and we'll have Jessica down on the field here in a minute to get a coach's interview. Jeremy Brenham on the call for the next game, and you know, it should be an exciting one. Straight Jesuit has played some really good football, but they're going one of the top-ranked teams in the state, the Manville Mavericks, and Derek King and Penniman and on and on and on, Hemphill Maps. And, you know, they got 16 D1 players on that team tonight. And then, of course, now the big determination will be is who does Northshore play? And tomorrow, Lamar coming in here playing Dickinson. We have that game live. And then we also have the spring game live tonight. We have the Atascocita game live tomorrow. So check it all out. We got some great high school football. And from here, you need to be watching these games because that's potentially who you could be playing in the next 2 rounds.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, I mean, with the Lamar Dickinson game, that Dickinson victory over Pearland was huge with the 4 overtimes. And Lamar's going to have their hands full. I think it's going to be a good game. And whoever wins that game is going to have a very tough hill to climb facing this Northshore team that came back from 14 points down, and they only led. This is the only lead they had. They had a 7-point lead here in the 3rd quarter at the end, and then in the 4th quarter, and that's all they needed. And they played a really great game.
Yeah, they did. Well, it's everything you want. We're going to go down the field to Jessica now.
Coach, coming out being the bottom in the first half, how do you feel about coming back in the second half? How do you feel about your team's overall performance?
I'd love to tell you I'm surprised, but these kids have fought all year long. They've overcome adversity, not only in the season, but in their lives. So it was a matter of just kind of righting the ship and getting regrouped and coming out and playing the way we're capable of playing. You know, we knew going into the playoffs we were going to have one of these games. And Cypress Falls, unbelievable team. They're 10-2 for a reason. So we just kind of weathered the storm and came out in the second half strong.
What did you say to your teammates in the locker room for the second half to really get them excited to play for the second half?
Well, I don't know that there was a huge, win-win for the Gipper speech. It was pretty much we couldn't do anything about the first 24 minutes, and we needed to focus on the next 24 minutes. We went through a rough stretch earlier in the year where I thought our kids did a good job of learning and growing from that adverse experience. So this was basically a microcosm of that. Learn from the first half and come out in the second half and play the way we're capable of playing.
Coach, this is a really close game, very good. How do you think this prepared you guys for the next playoff game?
Well, you're going to need one of these, there's no question. But I think our preparation all year long is going to do more for us than just one game. But we knew Cypress Falls was going to give us everything that we wanted, and we knew we would do the same for them. And it was a great game, and that's the way a regional semifinal should be.
All right, thank you. Congratulations, Coach.
And you know, that is exactly what he was talking about, was the rough stretch that they went through earlier this year when they lost to Manville, Westfield, and Trinity in 3 consecutive weeks. And that really prepared them for this kind of game.
Absolutely. And, you know, another thing that wasn't talked about, and we're not going to talk about it, there's something happened along. Don't know what it was, but he was pulled, or he came out of the game. And, you know, may have been just a situation where the coach thought it was the right thing to do. But Mayde did a nice job of coming in there, somebody that hadn't seen a lot of playoff action. And with that said, we're going to go to break here. We'll be back in a minute to go over all the final numbers, and we'll be back in just a minute on Texan Live.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas, and only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
NRG Stadium tonight, how exciting is that? Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, it was a great feeling, you know, playing at an NFL stadium. It's one of the better things in high school football. I mean, we was just happy for another opportunity to play football.
How do you feel about your team's chemistry tonight? Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, the bond we have is impeccable. It's amazing. Like, we with each other 24/7, putting in work 24/7, so this is just a result of what happens.
You came out playing a great game. Tell me a little bit about how you feel about your performance tonight.
I mean, my teammates work with me all throughout the week. We stay after practice. They're the reason why I'm like this. They're the reason.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And that was Batty talking to Jessica down there on the sidelines, and he just the way that his half went, he went 4 for 8 for 62 yards, a touchdown, but he really came in and put the team on his back whenever they needed him.
Well, he really did, and he had a couple big plays, good read options, and, you know, he did a nice job. And, you know, and the one thing he did do was he had a couple big throws downfield that picked up big positive yardage. And, you know, you look at a young man that, you know, didn't think he was going to be in this ball game, and if he was, you know, would be cleanup time. And, you know, coming into a tough game like this, that's probably not what he was thinking. Instead, his number was called, and, you know, that's the thing about high school football. You got to be ready to go. Somebody steps down, you've got to be ready to be out there. And nice job by him. Great job by this team. To recap it, Northshore had 290 yards on the ground, 121 in the air, 411 total, 23 first downs. Cypress Falls had 271 yards rushing, only 40 yards passing for 311 and 10 first downs. And that's what we were talking about. You take the 91-yard run away for the touchdowns. This Northshore defense did a phenomenal job. And also, Cypress Falls had a pick 6. So this game, even though the score was very close, Northshore in a lot of different areas dominated the football game on the field.
They really did, and that was the story of the game. Like, they really never – they were down but never out, and they never gave up. And that was a huge aspect of their game tonight because Cypress Falls really controlled the ball by running it. But Northshore did what they needed to do to win the game, and that was how it ended. So your final score here from NRG, the Mustangs of Northshore take the victory over the Cypress Falls Eagles 28-21.
Want to thank our great crew, Jerry Matrula, our production manager behind the scenes, Kirsten, you know, it's just unbelievable all the people we had here today, JW. We cannot do what we do without, you know, having our crew here, and just can't thank them enough, and hope everybody enjoyed. And make sure tonight, join in at 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. Catch the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by TexanDrive.com.